think we got our answer last week. Last week, right before NVIDIA had their earnings call, the question on everyone's lip was, is AI a bust or a boom? Is it going to go the way of bell bottom jeans and afros, or is it something revolutionary like the Ford assembly line or electricity? No one is using kerosene lamps when JP Morgan and Edison brought forth electricity. So which one is it, boom or bust? I think we got our answer last week. I want to hear your thoughts.
No, thanks for asking that, Kathy. And you're right. I think everybody is trying to get to that one question. Definitely, Wall Street is AI a bubble? Is it a real boom, or is it just going to bust? And I would caveat that I'm sure everyone has an opinion, and I definitely don't have a crystal ball. However, what I would like to tell the audience is, you know, instead of trying to predict that future, let's take a look at our past, right? And let's try to learn from what we have seen to work or not. You mentioned about JP Morgan, in fact, so let's start with that. Back in the 1880s to 1920s, actually JP Morgan, he and a few others got together and created this larger company called US Steel. And that was the time when steel was, you couldn't have enough of producing steel. It was used to produce all kinds of skyscrapers, all the skyscrapers you see in New York, in Philly. It was that boom that fueled all that. They would just make steel after steel and large skyscrapers after skyscrapers, bridges. The entire infrastructure for the industrial age started in that phase. And sure enough, after that, by the way, since you talked about bust, we did have the Great Depression, but it was in the mid 1950s, the mid of the 20th century, that you saw all these companies start sprouting up, your Sears, your Walmart. And guess where these large banks, JP Morgan Chase and so on, these these businesses were built on the backs of that infrastructure that was built thanks to US Steel and all that investment that went into that. Let's go forward to the 1996 to 2002. Not sure how many of you in the audience remember that time, or maybe you were even born during that time, but that was the time when the internet boom had happened.